Edo, how do I convert my games after having a lead on Qiyana? I get this question so often that I had to make a video about it. So today we'll talk about game conversion, but not about the entire game, more about a very specific phase of the game, which is the time after the first reset when you already have a lead. So in this game that I played today, it was recorded in, I think, roughly like 750 LP. I versed the Victor as Qiyana, and I want to walk you guys through, first of all, getting the lead, and then also how I translate the lead after I take my first base. So basically like the first 10-12 minutes and how those usually play out. So as mentioned, I played a Victor lane, guys. I ran the Flash Ignite setup as always. I ran Conqueror. I think Conqueror is really good into Victor because he usually likes to itemize a lot of health, Roar and stuff like that into you as a Qiyana, and Conqueror really helps you to deal with that later on, and it's also really good in lane because you can run him down. So first of all, we have beautiful Q tethering here, so I don't get hit by any of his Qs, just staying in the XP range as you guys can see. And now I'm really just trying to hold my W for his E. So I'm trying to dodge his E with my W. I'm staying so far back into Victor that he actually can't use the E on me, right? Like I'm staying really, really far back, just chilling. Getting hit by one E is fine. Like if you get hit by one E here, that's totally okay, and he will probably hit one E. That's totally fine. So now we are just playing this slow. As you guys can see, this Victor is respecting my level 2, like he's not walking up for free, which is totally fine. I do get my level 3 in a moment, and I immediately start to look for an EQ here. So we hit a max range EQ and insta-grab Rock to dodge the Victor E. Since he used E there, I have a lot of freedom to walk up to this wave and just farm. Auto-attacking the minions down. I'm not really using any abilities to CS, guys. You really want to hold your abilities and play it super slow. I was able to track the enemy Lee Sin with my Raptor ward, so that's pretty huge. And now I'm really just trying to lean on the side of my Diana. As you guys can see, I'm staying bot side because my Diana is bot side as well. I get hit by one E, but it really doesn't do that much. Like Victor really needs to hit more abilities on you to deal damage. I get this beautiful EQ, which is a nice little window that you guys can see. I want to actually go back here and just quickly explain how I got that off. So, as you guys can see, Victor goes, like walks up here and tries to auto-attack the minion or tries to Q me, and that's exactly the time when I can actually Q him. And ideally you want to time your E with last hitting, so that way you don't lose the minion. So I'm just playing off the bounce here, you know, the wave is slow pushing into me. He's already like lost a lot of health, which is pretty good for me. And the reason why I'm not trying to play overly aggressive is because there might be a Raptor fight pretty soon, right? So that's kind of why I'm playing this really slow. I'm staying so far back that he actually can't use E on me. Not far enough. But that's okay. And now what ends up happening is that I play this really slow. I get his bone plating. And I'm letting this wave crash into me. I'm using Q here, which also hits the Victor, which is pretty good. And now I can walk up and just start auto-attacking him down, which is an amazing trade. So this is something that you guys need to understand. So with Qiyana specifically, what you want to be doing is that you want to like use your grass in order to mess with people's minds. Okay, so here I Q in, I hit the entire wave and the Victor, and then I grab ice in stealth, walk up, and I used the fading of my grass Q to walk up, and that actually gets me into E range, right? Because he didn't expect me to stay on the edge of the stealth there, which then allows me to get a really good trade here. I grab grass again. And this wave is in a really bad state for the Victor, because he can't realistically walk up to the wave. So we EQ the Victor, we W, auto attack, Q ignite, which then is already enough to kill him. So that's a beautiful kill. I'm gonna skip forward here a little bit. So we managed to shove in this wave, guys. And the way you push the wave, actually that's something I want to talk about because I see a lot of people struggle with this. So the way you push the wave is you use your empowered auto attack to auto attack the melee minions. And then you want to QWQ the backline and E out, right? And that allows you to like instantly just take a reset here. So that's pretty huge. I'm gonna use manual camera here, so I come back. We itemize pickaxe and longsword because it's the most AD I can get, and I want to rush profane. I come back, and now the main important thing is to not die. So a lot of people trade overly aggressive now. All I'm trying to do is I'm trying to hit an EQ, you know? As you guys can see right there, like I'm coming back to lane. The wave is pushing into me, and I'm actively looking for these EQ windows without losing too much health myself. So auto tag, I hold this minion here, so I'm a bit closer to the Victor. And then I EQ and hit another like max range Q. I grab ice because I can look for more trades and I want to reset my passive. And now I ping that Victor is gone, obviously because he just left the wave. Do you see that? One danger ping bot and then one question mark ping into my own lane. And now since I have such a big advantage stat-wise, look at the damage that I deal, right? I should have waited a bit longer for the W to expire. Actually, I thought it wouldn't expire, which makes me miss the cannon. That's a little bit unfortunate, but it's okay. And I'm now just killing the Victor here, right? Because I have enough damage to kill him. He dies, I flash his ult damage, and yeah. The reason why I didn't place a pink immediately here, by the way, and why I held onto it, is because I had clear vision of where Lee Sin is with that ward that was there. So we get a kill, and now we take a reset because we are really low. I come back. We spend our gold, we get another longsword and a refillable. Refillable is really important. If you can't get it first base, it's kind of okay. But you really want to get it at least on the second base. I tried to poke him out, you know. Doesn't really work out. I get this ping. Why do I ping? Because I want to have a side that I can lean on. Like, if I can see this area all the time, it's really easy for me to not die. And the way I want to be trading now is I want to hold my ult, I want to hold my flash, hold my ignite, hold everything as soon as it's up, and only poke and trade with this Victor when it benefits me. Plus, what you can also do against Victor, if he's standing here, you can try to engage in these horizontal movements. But like moving like this, and that leads to him having a hard time hitting the laser, right? Alright, so we do this. We slowly hit the wave here. And now I actually start pushing, because I saw Qiyana is bot, I saw Lee Sin is bot, and I wanted to move here with my team. So what I do is I one-shot this wave and I actually move bot, while staying full HP. And then I see that this play is essentially over, and then I move back. The timing of you moving back is really important, because you want to be on the wave when it spawns. So let's see. I get hit by 1E, that's okay. He has really bad stats right now. I E on the minion here, Eing on this, and then using Q to proc his spawn plating. Grab ice. I sit really far back. Like, I'm trying to space and tether his abilities permanently. Doesn't really work out. I mean, he just hits the E here. But as mentioned, he doesn't really have that much damage, so it's totally fine to do that. I do get pinged here, which is okay. And now I go for a very interesting play. So as you guys can see, this is a normal regular wave, right? And I'm aware of the fact that Lee Sin has the top camps coming up. So now what I do is I camp here, and I try to kill the Lee Sin on his red buff. So I was a bit confused that he did the golems first, but I still saw that Victor is freezing, right? And while I'm missing a couple of minions, my lead is so big that this doesn't really matter too much. So what I try to do is I just try to wait for the Lee Sin here. He also does end up coming. But what I mess up here is I use my combo too slow. So the best combo that you can use here is ER, and then QWQ with Ignite, right? And that would kill the Lee Sin 100%. I'm a level up, I have a lot of items. But what I end up doing is I ult, auto attack, QW, auto attack, EQ, which is too slow, because he can jump out and I don't get the kill, right? And then he kicks me and that's not enough. So what I had to do is I had to E-ult and then QWQ, and that would have killed him 100%. It's still good though, I mean, we get grubs for that, right? So using my R there for the grubs is fine, and I get back to the cannon wave in time. So this really messes up Lee Sin. And since I'm really low on resources, guys, what a lot of people would do is they would try to stay. But what I do is I just sack my HP, like I use my health to take a reset here. So as you guys can see, I'm walking into the Victor. Like, I actually don't care. I'm just walking into him to push the wave, and now we take a really safe reset really far back, because he can try to actually interrupt my recall, as you guys can see. So we take a base, we come back, and I'm currently like almost there to get my profane. Almost have that item. We walk back to the lane here, and the next objective that's up is the dragon. And with Qiyana right now, as you guys can see, I'm not really interacting with the Victor too much, because I simply don't care. Like, I actually don't care about the lane. It's not relevant anymore. The only time where I would trade with this guy is if it's like a free EQ that I can hit. So now I'm just Eing in, using my Tiamat to kill the wave, auto-attacking the wave down. And then when I'm actually trying to move, I Q this. Yeah, I think this is totally fine. We just one-shot the wave, not much happening. Quickly check the area here, you know, just chilling. I could have actually played this wave slower looking back. I think if I play this wave a bit slower and try to poke him out is much better, because then I can dive him under the tower with the cannon wave. This is something Beifeng would have done like 100%. He would have used a lot more aggression here, because he sees that Like, as you guys can see, my team is currently not making a play. So I can try to pressure the lane myself, right? If they are not making a play, I can easily pressure the lane. So here what I could have done is I could have let the wave come in, not hit it too much, and just try to poke him on the wave here with like EQ on the wave and then, you know, try to bully him a bit. I didn't do that. It's whatever. Like, it will not make or break the game. Getting an additional kill would be good, but if I can't, that's also fine. So I come back, exactly. And now I know that Victor took a reset, right? So what I do is I one-shot this wave. I get a plating, I'm pretty sure. Yes. My Kled was looking to make a play. Doesn't really work out. And the main important, like, concept I want you to understand is that I'm always trying to preserve my mana, my health. And when I have high gold, I just take a reset, right? So whenever you have high gold, you really want to take a base. I hit an EQ. Beautiful. And the reason why I'm moving here is because I saw a bot lane play and I kind of wanted to enter here. Then I see that my Diana like was smurfing the play, so I just take a reset because I get my profane, as you guys can see. I'm able to buy my item. And I come back to the lane. Looking back, it would have been better for me to push this next wave like up here, so walk up to the wave, push it really deep and then take a reset, because that would allow me to get control on the next wave. This reset was quite late, which leads to me now giving the Victor priority here, which is not really ideal. Like, this is not something that you usually want to do. Okay, and he also gets a free plating for that, so that was actually quite a big mistake by me, but that's okay. I one-shot the wave. I dodge his E, stay full health. I see Lulu is there, and then she tries to clear the pink. And when you are strong enough, you really want to defend your pink ward. And she can't really walk up to this. So what I do is I just ER auto attack, QWQ auto ignite, which, yeah, just pops her, even through the bone plating. I kill the pink, and then move back into the lane. And since I had a lot of gold, I was looking to reset here. So that's exactly what I do. And whenever you have high gold, you should look to reset. So I'm able to get my mercs. The reason why I go mercs is because I want to win the side lane, and getting mercs are really, it's just really OP for that, right? Especially if your laner is already behind. This Victor will deal no damage to me. Auto, Q, auto, WQ, poke him out a little bit, use my potions here. And since I already have mercs, it's really, really hard for the enemy team to do, like, for the Victor to deal damage to me. And here I think I made the biggest mistake of the game so far. So this is simply a bad play, guys. And I don't know why. I think I was autopiloting here. So the best way to approach this game from here on out is to play with your jungle, right? This is exactly what I mentioned. You want to stay full health, you want to push waves and play with your jungle. So what I did here is I went for a numbers disadvantage play. And I have a rule for myself that when I don't have numbers, I don't fight. And also when I don't have ult, I don't fight. So I don't have ult, and my entire team is bot side. So it's quite obvious that this is simply a bad play to take. And looking back, this was simply a lack of focus. Like, if I would have watched the map and if I would have been a bit more focused, I'm pretty sure that I would not have went for this play. Because I don't have vision on the Ezreal, I don't have vision on enemy Lee Sin, Victor is moving in. I think this is a really, really bad play to go for. I think it was executed, like, quite well mechanically, but doesn't help it if, if I'm simply, like, far behind, right? And then I tried to, like, E-profane the Lulu, but I don't really get the kill there. Which is okay. So, that's fine. I end up coming back to the lane here. I see my Diana is currently topside, right? So, the dragon is up in a minute, and this is a concept, guys, that you also need to understand. So, whenever dragon is up, or there's an objective that you want to play, you should always try to ping it in advance. And usually that is like 1 minute 30 to 1 minute before that objective happens. And the best way to do it is by ping it 3 times into the chat. Your team will know that you want to contest it, and that's usually how I go about it. So now what I can try to do is I can try to poke like a little bit with an EQ, grab ice. The reason why I can do this is because I have the empowered tier 3 boots, so this guy doesn't really deal damage to me, as you guys can see. And yeah, we just one-shot waves, try to poke a little bit, not do too much. And I tried to like change up lane assignments, but I was a bit late with it, so it's okay. Now Ezreal is here, and now I'm really just looking to push this wave in. Get prio, Q this wave, and now move into the area with my team. So what I'm looking to do here is to get a little pick on the enemy bot lane. I E on the minion, I ult both of them. We kill them. And that's essentially the end of the game, because now I go bot, I'm able to side lane. And as you guys can see, we have a huge lead here. So Lee goes in, and what Lee doesn't respect here is numbers, right? So Lee doesn't respect numbers, which is like super bad. Like he's in a 1v3 here and he goes in on the Diana. So I help my Diana, we end up killing the Lee Sin. And the enemy team could have tried to keep playing this game. Like they could have definitely tried to continue, like maybe look for opportunities or something, but they didn't really want to do that. So I end up going bot. What I would have done here is I would have side laned, I would have pushed this wave in really deep, and then I would have taken a reset and opened through mid lane for the Herald and I tried to play that, right? And then my Diana would have also been able to like one-shot this entire side until like by the time that I clear this wave, and then we have perfect tempo, we can play the Herald, blah blah blah. And then the next time the Drake is up, I would repeat the same whole thing with like going mid lane, making a pick, and so on and so on. And this is kind of how you convert games, in this case the enemy team FFs. Let's summarize what I just explained into a step-by-step process that you guys can follow to win your games after winning lane. So number one, guys, the lead, right? You need a lead. This is very clear. I mean, I talked about this. I talk about this every video essentially, but if you don't have a lead, you need to review the lane, okay? Number two is lull state usage. What does this mean? You press tab, okay? You press tab, and you decide for an objective that you want to play for, right? And then after that, and there we have the next step, you have to do a couple of things in lane in order to be able to attempt the objective. Number one is health preservation, okay? So HP preservation. This means that you don't lose health, and the only way for you to trade is by only poking and only going for trades that don't make you lose HP. It's that simple. Then, I mean, it's simple, but it's not easy to execute. You'll see that. Like, it's very easy to get caught up with trading in lane and autopilot on it, and then, you know, like, not be able to move on the map. So, the next thing after preserving your health is playing the skirmishes, right? So, playing the skirmishes and playing the objective properly. And for that, you need what? You need your ult and you need your flash, normally. Okay, so you don't want to waste. I know that my handwriting is absolutely beautiful. You don't want to waste flash/R. And if you do all of these things, and if you have your entire kit up, and if you are really strong, which means you have high mana, high HP, and also you spend your gold right before the objective happens, you are in a very good position to carry your games, because you can just contest every objective you want to contest, and you will not end up in a position where you kill your lane up, but then your entire team dies at Drake, for example. This is the summary, guys. This is what you want to do, and if you got any questions, let me know in the comments. If you guys want my perspective on how you can carry your own games, if you want to have a coaching session, check the first link in the description. There you can also join the Mid Lane Academy or join my free Discord where I answer questions for all my viewers on a daily basis. I wish you guys a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.